Testing, testing. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so I think I need to mute that. Well, if nobody can hear us, we'll find out. Okay. Let's see what Mr. PTR's got. All right, so we got to hit level 70 as quick as possible. And before we do that, though, we got to find.
What you ask is impossible.
Yeah. Can you use it? Let's go ahead and hire this guy.
Lead the way to glory.
Oh, I thought so. Okay. Drop this. And here we go. All right, so hi everybody. Welcome back. I'm Tristan, and today we are messing around with the PTR for the new Diablo Season 16. I'll turn that down a smidgen. They buffed everything. It looks like they buffed the experience gain as well, which is great. We love it when they do that. And I want to test out my favorite build of all time, which is a combination of Enna's Mantra and the Monkey King's Garb. And it's basically the monk version of the Barbarian Spin to Win. We might tweak that a little bit, especially since there is an official Tempest Rush build, or not build, armor set. So we'll try that too. Looks like they did boost the experience gain a little bit too, which is good because we had to start from 0. So we're just gonna sit here and punch things for a while, and we're gonna go mess around with some builds and see how it goes. Should be fun. So I'm trying to do this live. And right now there's nobody watching live. But if anybody does start talking, we'll see if we can add that here to the stream and make things a little bit more engaging. Put this over here. Actually, let's get this back to what's his face. What was it? F? Yeah. Here's that back. Enjoy. Let's level him up. Let's level us up too. I like Deadly Reach a little bit more. That's fine. Actually, we're going to switch this to this. We're going to make this, unless there's something better. No. Okay. Now we can spin and win, which is the goal. Like this. So yeah, they went and they buffed everything, like everything except for the Necromancer, because the Necromancer was already in a really, really good spot. And so what they did is they really kind of buffed some of the lesser used sets, right? So like not a lot of people use like just some of the less meta builds, you know. Because everybody, you know, when you really want to try and push for like the super high greater rifts, then, you know, there are certain builds that just work best, right? And they may not be as fun. They may not be the one you enjoy as much. Which is one of the reasons I never really try to go for any like those really high greater rifts, just because the builds that I like this one, it's not meta. It's not even remotely being close to meta. And so because of that, they wanted to, kind of give us a little bit more variety. And I guess that's the idea behind this. So again, you won't see any crazy buffs for things like the Necromancer, which was already one of the most vital and important classes for the super high grit pushing stuff. So they didn't really touch that one too much. Yeah, it could be neat. There's a pretty good buff to the lawn set. I forget what lawn stood for. The one where you get the big bonuses if you don't use any set bonuses. So it gives you like 500% more damage now, which sounds like a lot, but 500% more damage is just 5 times more damage. And I was watching Riker's video on it this morning or yesterday, and it kind of broke down what that big increase in numbers actually means. And that, he's right. So, you think you see these huge numbers, and it's true. There is pretty significant buffs, but they're not game-breaking, or at least not yet. Oh, we definitely need to get some better gear because we are not doing any damage to these guys. We need gear, please. This is the problem with leveling up fast, is that the monsters level up with you, but your gear doesn't. This works. So yeah. I don't know how many different classes we'll be able to level up. The thing only lasts for a week, the PTR. So I'm hoping to do the Monk and Barbarian, just because those are my favorites. Hi, Rift Guardian. Oh, crap. We are not in a good spot to kill this thing right now. We just don't have enough damage. Oh, they're right away. Run away some more. Oh, yeah. So I went and I installed Diablo 2 on my computer. And I haven't played that game in years. I didn't even realize I had it. It was a pretty neat experience. I'm not super far into it quite yet. Playing as my absolute favorite class ever, which is the Druid. And, just enjoying some of the nostalgia a little bit. Kind of wonder if I should have been leveling this up as a Necromancer. Ouch, that hurt. Definitely need a better weapon. Can't we move? Put that thing on. So I've been tempted to go and do a little bit of videos on that too. Just haven't had the time. Work's been a little crazy lately. But if there's interest in it, definitely interested in checking it out. Maybe do something live just because live streams are a lot easier. And just out of curiosity, I'm not 100% sure if my microphone's working, so if you guys let me know in the chat if you can actually hear me, I would very much appreciate it. Because I'm trying something a little bit different today. We just have no damage whatsoever. We're doing 10 and the guy still has... Ouch. Yeah. Run away really fast. so fast. All right, almost got him. Wait. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. So chat has yet to confirm whether my audio is working, so I think we're going to mess around with that here in a second. I'm still talking to myself because I'm recording this. Finally. Okay, put that on. Junk, 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 junk. Put that on. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I actually need to sit down and run the numbers and see if it's worth the experience or worth the time to come back and do like clear a rift. I just go like this. I think it's faster to do this. Which, of course, would make sense considering. Let's knock these things off. And then go for that. Can we? Highest usable. So that kind of sucks. This is better. Let's make a bunch of these. Okay, slightly more damage. And if I push this button, can you guys hear me? Or do you hear me double? That's the question. We'll find out here in a second. I need to put on some headphones too. So I saw a whole bunch of people just hop in. Just to get you all up to speed. First off, I'm not sure if my audio is working or not, and nobody wants to answer me in the chat. Second, in order to get to the gear that we want to see and the builds that we want to look at, we have to level up from scratch. So that's what we're doing. And the queue times were insane. Wait for like 30 minutes. So kind of get the feeling this is giving me 2. Sets the microphone in here because the other thing's still showing the microphone works. I guess I can pull it up on my phone. Let's see if Tristan's live. Facebook. No, not Facebook. YouTube. It's me. That's me. Turn the volume for just a second. Ha! It is working. Excellent. Nobody wanted to say anything. So, where are we? I do like the monk. Just fast.
I don't like the look of that.
We could use some gear. And now we run away. Speaking of gear. So for those of you who haven't looked at the patch notes yet, then the theme of this season is the Ring of Royal Grandeur. And basically what that means is that we get that effect permanently without having to have the ring equipped or have it in our cubes. And so it's basically we're getting an extra ring slot, which is neat, or not necessarily ring, but we're getting an extra jewelry slot. So it gives us a little bit more, gives us a few more options as far as build, but really it's not a ton. I don't know if it's really going to make a huge difference for the monk, at least for any of the builds that I use. I do think it's interesting, and I kind of like having more interesting seasons like this. You know, kind of more, give us something that's a little bit more unique as compared to just, you know, double drop rates and things like that for like the goblins and for move out of that. Or like the cash bounties and things like that. Because honestly, I mean, yeah, it was helpful. Well, now we're getting some good stuff. But it wasn't anything that different. Like it was still kind of boring. At least in my opinion. And I'm hardly the only person who plays the game. That one, now we're going to get you. And like I said, this is not going to make a huge difference for the way that I play or for like builds that I like. But, you know, it's hopefully a sign of some other cool things that they're thinking of and going to be playing with in the future. I think one of the things that would have been really cool would have been, and I think Riker mentioned it too, is if they made it so that way the ring had a double effect. So instead of only removing one set piece, then it would remove two. That would be crazy. You could do all kinds of neat stuff with that. But, you know, I guess I can't go too crazy. Bring everybody together. I'm going to kick them. And I'm going to pause for a second. And then update some of our skills. So we need a bit more spirit generation. Very good. Who's hitting me? Definitely need some more spirit generation. I keep wanting to make a monk and name her Ishtar. So that way every time she yells, "Feel the wrath of Ishtar," it's like, ha, she's talking about herself in third person. That's the kind of stuff I think is funny. Definitely seeing an increased drop rate for our unique stuff. Let's temple here real quick. Oh yeah, that's why. Chance to find legendary items is increased by 2,000%. Receive twice as many blood shards. Experience rewards are increased by 300 and reduces the numbers. Okay, yeah, that confirms it. And those are the boots we need later on, so it's good to have those now. We'll equip that one. Can't use that. We'll definitely use that though. So this is cool, but in order for this to work, we need to blind, freeze, or stun our enemies. So let's make some adjustments. Don't need this. Repair everything. Good. Upgrade some of our gear. We're going to keep that. Come back. Okay. So let's upgrade this. Sin camera. But we do have 5 people watching, so I'm feeling pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
What skill should you master? What skill should he master? Oh, never mind. She left. She doesn't care what skill he masters. Okay. So, got that. Let's look at our skills real quick. We want one. And free stuff is good. Use that one for now. Switch that one over to here. Cyclone Strike. Does this stun? No. Oh. Does a blind work? I forgot to look. Grab that. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we hit E. Now we hit everybody. Now what I'm wondering is if it would be wise to remove this and replace it with this. So the idea would be to bring them all together, blind them, and then hit them like this. We're going to burn through mana so fast. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. I should probably check and see. Forgot to see if the freezing them worked too. So let's group them all together. That works. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's sexy. Very good. We like that. That smells like progress. Okay, so the one thing we do need, though, is we definitely need to increase our spirit generation as much as we can, because we're going to need that in order to pull off our super duper combo move. What did we pick up? We need you, son of a... Excellent. Okay, did we get anything here that would help with that? No, that comes with a raising time, level 36. That's going to take forever. Okay. Which way do we want to go? Let's go this way. Let's try it again. Group. Yeah. Now, of course, we don't have to do the full combo. We could just blind him and then hit him, which would probably be the preferred method for dealing with El Basso. somebody's saying that me playing Warframe for 120 hours at the time of the video wasn't enough. Still a noob. That's YouTube for you. Okay, what else we got going on over here? Of course, can't really disagree. I'm like 200 and something hours in now, and still feel like I have no idea what's going on half the time. Ooh, this is gonna be good. All right, let's grab this. Come back over here. Hi. Hello. Yeah. All right, I like that. Let's head back to town. All right, which one was this? That's good, but we can't use it yet. And it's a pretty big increase in damage. Equip this so I can give it to Buddy Boy over here. Give him that. Is this better? It is. Give him a shield so I can feel handsome. Give him this. And now we're going to disenchant everything else. Salvage. Gone, gone, gone. Hold on to that though. It's going to go right over here into our disenchant box. I keep calling it disenchant. What are we using now? I'm going to leave that because we like the debuff. Do we want to switch this out? Probably not. Exploding palm. That could be handy for killing the bosses. That doesn't really help us too much. So something else we can put in here. Let's go with this and this. All right, that works. Cool. Let's do another one. Right, blind. If we want to get really crazy with it, we can hit him with our exploding palm. That'll make him take an extra 15% damage. That on top of the buffs we get from... Oh. There's a goblin. Where is he? Hello. Like that. So eventually, the idea is to go with the Inna's Mantra build, which gives us a huge buff based on the number of Mystic Allies we have out. We're going to use that in combination with these boots to double the number of Mystic Allies that we have out. And the buff is kind of crazy. They're definitely going to relook at those numbers. Actually, let's double check real quick. All right, so in his mantra, so this one right here. So now, as it stands in the normal game, then you get a bonus of 150%, a damage bonus of 150% for every one of your mystic allies. Normally you get 5, and then with the boots, then you can make that up to 10, so you get an extra, 1,500 damage, right? With this boost, then they're increasing that by 10. So instead of doing 15 times more damage, we're going to be doing 150 times more damage. So we use that, and then we also combine that with this right here, the Sun Wuku's crown, and I believe, is that the one we're using for it? What was the benefit of this? Oh, that's right. That's the auto attack build. It wasn't that one. And then normally what we try to do, because with this we can use like the, what's it called? Like we can use the weapon slot, we can use a whole bunch of different slots, and then sometimes we're able to sneak in this one as well. And I'm going to have to double check it. I haven't played this particular setup in a while, but it is pretty neat. That bonus is increased. Actually, that's not a huge buff for this one. So we're going to mess around with that and see what happens. But definitely going to go with the Inna's mantra. That's the goal. Hopefully. Unless everything goes terribly, terribly wrong. Horribly wrong. That was a mistake. And again, like I said, I know it's not like the best build or anything, but I think it's a lot of fun to play. And so you start off with that, and then you get all the other gear that gives you boosts to when you're channeling a spell or a skill, which all works with Tempest Rush right here. And so we're able to mitigate a lot of damage. We're able to output quite a bit of damage when we include our some of our other bonuses. What was this thing? Yeah. Everything dies faster. One thing that this doesn't do is increase our mana generation. Grab this. I keep doing that by mistake. Run up here. Come around here. Oh yeah, so with this build in the past, I gotta stop doing that. Why do I keep doing that? In the past, I've been able to use this build, or at least similar builds, to clear up to like, Greater Rift like 50s, 60s, sometimes I get up to the 70s. Again, I'm a semi-casual player. Like I'll usually hop in for a little bit, do all the quests and stuff, all the seasonal journey stuff, get the new pets, and then that's usually about the time I get bored with the game and move on to something else. But I have been doing this for quite a while, and I'm pretty confident and happy with my technique. And I don't think I'm a total noob. I mean, I've been playing for a while. But, I never really get super high geared or, things like that. However, that being said, if the numbers are right, I can see getting up to, 80s, 90s, maybe into the hundreds with relatively low gear if the numbers are right. Because, we're talking about what would basically end up being a 100 times increase in damage output compared to what I was doing before, if I did my numbers right. I kind of do numbers for a living, so hopefully that's right. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to get there. Hello. So we need to get there. Let's head back real quick and identify some of this stuff. So I want to level up as fast as I can, and I kind of want to hop out and increase the difficulty level. But the queue times were ridiculous, and I don't want to get stuck in that again. I'm going to clip that. I like that, but we're not using it. Or anything? I'm going to switch this over though. We'll leave that because we don't have enough generation yet. Do we want 2 of these? Not yet, but soon. Wait. It's fine. Replace this with Sweeping Wind. Sweeping Wind just combines really well with what we're doing because it's for spinning and winning. Then we want to increase our ability to spin and win. So what this one? Increase our spirit generation a bit, which allows us to spin and win even more than before. But as it stands, I definitely feel like we are better equipped for these boss fights. Because, like, just as it stands right now, we're able to output, a respectable amount of damage, all things considered. Hit things. But we're not really able to sustain that damage output quite yet. But we will. Very soon. Blind? I can't tell. Yeah. Spirit generation, especially over long-term fights. That's the problem. We need more of that. Okay. We will be using something like that. Not using that yet. Actually, we will. We're going to disenchant the other one. So we can lose 3% of damage and gain 70% toughness. That might be worth it. Our damage isn't very high, though. We're still not wearing any pants. doop, doop, doop. All right, we need pants. That was better. Okay. Okay. Very slowly but steadily moving up in the world. Oh, I should have given him some of that gear. Oh well. He didn't want it anyways. I didn't want to kill you anyways. Go away.
Fight is over. A vicious strike.
There we go. Hi. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Endless time.
And of course, we find pants right after we just crafted some, so that's fine. Not a problem. Let's go this way. One of the nice things about doing these PTR runs like this is that they do give you all this extra drop bonuses and everything. It makes finding stuff so much faster and easier. Like, I already have like half the build, or at least as far as the legendaries that we need for it. And we just hit level 30, which is great. We like it when these things happen. But we need to go back, so we're going to jump. Come down here. We're going to head over here. And there's nothing there, so probably... Oh, it has to. Very good. So I'm still pretty new to streaming like this. I got 7 people watching right now. Nobody's talking. Not even seeing any complaints about Diablo Immortal. I don't know if this is normal or not. But hi guys. That's what we did. Oh, we missed one.
Strength failed.
I've been here before. There we go. 89%. Okay, almost there. So, I don't think it's going to be over here. I think it's up here. See, there's a way to get across the middle. Nope. No, walk all the way back around. So one of my goals with every build that I do, and again, I don't do anything that's very like, I'm not trying to push for like the super high graded riffs. I'm not trying to push for leaderboards or anything. I'm semi-casual. Like I'm casual enough in the sense that, my goals are usually pretty low like that. But I do like putting in the time and research and learning about different builds and things like that. And then testing stuff just out of curiosity more than anything else, right? But my ultimate goal for every build is to be able to play it one-handed. And the reason why is because I like to snack while I play games. And having to, you don't want to get your keyboard dirty. You don't want to get your mouse dirty. About time. Turn this on. Blind him. Spin around him like a crazy person. And I think that's one of the reasons I like barbarians too. Is because they also have that spin to win build, where basically you push one button and you move your mouse around. I think that's pretty neat. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here too. So the idea is to put everything onto 2 buttons, right? These 2 right here. So one of them is there to do your to freeze your enemies. And then the other one is your Tempest Rush. And then everything else is supposed to be a buff. And is that the Stinky Pants? Yes. Good. Replace that. Replace that. Dashing Strike. We're not really using Dashing Strike aggressively or offensively. Replace this. We'll give that one to him. Over here. I'll use that. And we definitely want that for us. Excellent. That's one of the other pieces that we needed. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch this to that. Yeah, at least that way we can freeze them. That'll help us with our Tempest Rush. We don't spend as much spirit on the other stuff. I see less. Does that freeze them though? I don't think it does. So we'll do that. Keep the cost down. Let's increase that. Turn these things off. We'll leave that for now. Very good. And more freezing stuff. Press that. We need a new one of these. All right. Now every time we freeze something, we're going to do a lot of damage to it. Hopefully. Okay. So now we're naturally going to be freezing things quite a bit, and that is going to increase our damage by quite a bit. But at this point, we just want to level up as quickly as we can. Got to hit 70. This will work.
A vicious strike. A vicious strike. My mind is strongest.
Oh, we missed it. Okay. That went well. 36% in what? A couple seconds? storm is breaking, just so you guys know. Oops. Oh, the crazy drop rates are so much fun. Okay, let's get some spirits saved up, and then we're gonna go kill that guy.
The endless tide.
Darn tootin'. Let's get some more spirits saved up, and then like this. Muy bien. Where are we at? 93%? Okay. Just used my. All right. Here like this. Oh, the cold snap is frozen. Very good. Hit him with the blind. Is he dead? There he goes. Okay. Why do we do that? So free to do work. Level 40. A little over halfway there. See if we got anything worth keeping. Cool, we're upgraded. I'm gonna drop all this. Delete, 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 delete. We can be a lot more aggressive with the stuff that we delete because this guy sells everything. So, you know, we're not super, what's the word? We're not really punished if we delete something on accident because we could just go and buy it. To be totally honest, we're not even that concerned about picking up any extra gear at this point, just because we know that we're going to be buying it anyways. The only reason we're still getting it is just, upgrades as we level. So, I just want to hurry and hit level 70. And I'm terrified of the idea of logging out. Don't stand in the fire. Where are you? There we go. Speed up our process a little bit. Run away. Oh, don't go in there yet. Hold on for just a minute. All right, we're almost there. Fair enough. Darn. Okay. Hi. Oh, I should have saved my. Where is he? Yes, PTR is currently live. But the queue times are ridiculous, and that's the reason I haven't upgraded my or increased the difficulty yet. So I'm just playing on hard. Okay, see if we got anything worth getting. I actually don't want to replace my belt yet. Put that over here. It's him a 400% increase. Sure. Okay. Okay. Prepare, drop the gems. I don't know. Do we dare sign out to increase the difficulty? Like, we'd level up a lot faster if we did. All right, let's go for it. Oh, that was easy. Feel kind of dumb now. All right, so we're definitely slower. But we also just jumped from hard to Torment 1, so it's to be expected. Oh, these guys are okay. Take the extra damage. Oh, wait, some of these. We'll certainly try. The drop rate for legendary seems to have dropped significantly. Just out of curiosity, am I the only one that hates this map? Like, on the one hand, you always know what you're getting. You always know where everything is. And that can be good, because I can kind of speed things up a little bit. But on the other hand, it's really boring. And you play it enough and I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think this is going to be my last run, though, just to give you guys a heads up. Wife wants to go grocery shopping. Get stuff for Thanksgiving tomorrow. But since it is Thanksgiving tomorrow, or not tomorrow, what day is it? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I think. Or is today Wednesday? What day is today? Oh, it's Wednesday. Yeah, so Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Okay. Just can stay up all night playing video games. So that'll be nice. Legendary drop rate is definitely decreased by a lot. Like, we would have found like 5 or 6 of them by now. Or more. Definitely leveling up faster, though. People complaining in-game chat, not getting power leveled. Oh, they're becoming a tsunami. So tsunami is pretty important to our build because that's one of the ways that we can freeze things fairly effectively. So let's see if we can change that right now. It's under here. Here. Good. Now we can freeze stuff real good. Like that. So, bring them over. Freeze. And if we do that consistently, I think we freeze them quite a bit because between tsunami and our what's this thing called? Sweeping wind. We'd be freezing them quite a bit. So we freeze and we rush. Freeze, rush. Now we can kind of maximize our damage without having to blow through all of our spirit. All right, let's find something big to kill. And that just makes us a little bit more efficient. And we can still use things like our blind on bosses, guardians, or elite packs or whatever. Hey, there's our stuff. But at this point, it doesn't matter because all of our stuff is reduced. Blind at will. Like this guy's leveled up quite a bit. Okay, let's go back for a second. Some more spirit. How close are we? 97%. Okay, I don't like those guys, so I'm gonna move over here. Let's go down here. Very good. Where are we at? 99%. This should be done any second now. Excellent. Hello. Come bearing gifts. Don't stand in that. Crap. Oh, there goes the hardcore run. Oh, crap, we're for her. Turn this back on. Get some of this going. Tap over blind him. That was dumb. Okay. Let's think about this logically for a second. Normally, we have quite a bit more survivability with this kind of build because we have all the extra gear that gives us the like the extra resistances when we're channeling skill. Crap. And we just walked right into that one. Okay, we can do this one more time. Turn this thing back on. Try and get us some gear going. Whew. Okay. Excellent. We're definitely going to need to increase our damage a bit, though, if we're going to try that again. That's a good one. Not doing anything fire, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right. Oh, this is one-handed? Oops. Oops. Okay. Can you do anything? Nope.
Don't be shy.
194. Huh. Okay. Well, my wife is telling me that I need to go get those groceries. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. And then I think I'm just going to level all the way to 70 off stream. And then I'll probably have back on maybe later on tonight. Well, maybe not tonight because it's already 10 o'clock. Probably tomorrow. So if you guys want to check that out and see the rest of the build and how the new stuff in the PTR is going to affect it, then I invite you to come and check that out. And best bet to know when and where would probably be to subscribe and turn on notifications. And then I will set up a live stream a little bit in advance, and then I can hop in and you guys should get alerts for that. So I think that'll do it for me, though. Hope you guys have enjoyed your time here with me, and see you guys here pretty soon.